And it's badly hurt. First block of the game. Today we have a Division 4 game from the Blood and Tears Perpetual League. My name's Jurassic and I am the head coach of Pointy United, Elven Union Team, and we are playing Banjo Unchained with his Wood and Tears Wood Elf team. And this is going to be a fantastic match that doesn't quite start how I would have liked. Let's head over to the action. So at this stage, I believe I took a wizard and a couple of assistant coaches. Uh, yeah. So a Banjo decided not to take anything. So after picking a wizard and two assistant managers, the toss happened. We won the toss, so we decided to kick. I think I just wanted to have some extra players to potentially get some extra blocks in early, so we decided to kick the ball. And as we're setting up, we have quite a flat setup here. Got an extra player on the line of scrimmage. Hopefully, maybe give us an extra block. Maybe I should have moved one back and just gone with the traditional three. Maybe offset so the tree would have to choose one side or the other. With the kickoff, we decided to kick somewhere over here. What I didn't realise was my kick skilled player was out here on the left. So unfortunately, what we see is we kick it way out of bounds, which is obviously a great start. We've got cheering fans and bad habits. And so he gives the ball to this player here. We have a blitz straight away on our kick player, and this goes for a pow, and it's a badly hurt. First block of the game, and it's a badly hurt. So we can see Banjo setting up his players, or their players, over here. Second block incoming. Another badly hurt, this time on our strip ball lineman. So things are looking pretty dull. Luckily, we've got an extra player in reserve. The third block there went to a both down wrestle. So no injuries, fortunately. Couldn't really take much more. And the tree fails its take root, which was lucky. Don't think I actually noticed that he took root. I thought it was his loner one for whatever reason. And it was only later on I realised the tree hadn't moved during this drive. But the treeman gets a knocked out. So that gives us two badly hurt and a knocked out within the first 4 blocks of this this drive, or this turn. And then we use our fireball on the wood elves here, hoping to ultimately take out this. Maybe I should try the frog. Never tried the frog, but this turns out to be a very powerful player, Mr. Golden Tooth. So it's our turn. We bring our players back. I wanted this player back for some recovery. We've got some sidestep on him. Always handy to get in the way, and we go for our first blitz, and we use that to effect. Then we just move in to the catch and get a tackled player into the tackle zone, and that was a very short turn, but I think we were just really sort of setting up a defensive line with a safety in the back here. We couldn't stand this player up. He was stunned, and straight away comes in with a blitz. Luckily we get a push, so we sidestep back. Maybe should have gone sort of somewhere there, given another trouble. But I think I was just trying to keep players on the pitch at this stage. We'd already lost 3 in the first turn. So things were looking sad, and another foul just nearly took me over the edge there. Felt kind of unnecessary, but you know, early game, playing to win. Pulls this player into the backfield of myself. Get a rubbish block on that one, but we stay put, so we've got players on that War Dancer. Would love to have surfed him out. Now we go for our blitz, and we get a defender. Stumbles, goes down, rubbish armor break. So the turns are going pretty fast. No one's sort of making anything too bold at this stage. Coming with another blitz with his War Dancer. Has to use a reroll. And we get a sidestep. So we just sort of keep bases touching on those. And then he reforms a cage up here. Which is fair. I guess it's fair. Covers this player here. Another foul. Luckily no armor break this time. The War Dancer tries a leap and fails. So I think if I'd had a dirty player, I probably would have a dirty player sneaky git, I probably would have gone and fouled that War Dancer. Why not? It already done 3 on me. So right, we're not looking in too great a shape. We're spread out. I think we're gonna try and bring some players back around this side, or at least into the middle, so we can defend either side. Another poor block. So casualties, poor blocks, and when we do get an armor or a break, we're not actually getting breaking the armors. And that's it. Like, we've brought our players back into center formation just to give us a point to defend from. And then he goes for a blitz on our unskilled lineman. Seems to be getting some good rolls for blocks. That doesn't do too bad, but then he moves Catcher in, so we're coming back down this way. But obviously we've got a few players here now who can come across. They're not sort of trapped on a sideline. Another knocked out. Completely forgot about that. So that's 4 players. We're down to 7 on the pitch. And they've still got 2 War Dancers, a very good catcher. And we are looking like there's not much we can really do in this drive. So we cover off the War Dancer with our tackle player. Bring in our players for extra defense. So we're getting this player, tackle player, off of our blitzer. We go for the catcher because, so what did we do? Okay, so we got defender dodge, but we've got tackle. So we push him to the sideline and stand in the way. But still, you know, if he wants to blitz, that's 1 dice there. So we've got players in the right places, roughly, but nothing great is going on. This is really like trying to hold back a flood with your hands. And a blitz. Where's he going? Oh, back into the center. Push. Not great roll. Tries not to re-roll. Gets a pow. And just runs it in. Safely sees it home. Has to sprint. Fair enough. 1-0. At this stage, it was a little tough to see if we could do anything. You know, we've still got 3 players out. We did have 1 in reserve, so we are only down to 9 players, but against a full team with another 1 in reserve. This was going to be an absolute uphill struggle, and it'd be good if we could get a touchdown by the end of this half. Look at that kick. Touchline kick. I'm not sure what they call this in proper football terms, but we set up with our team very much aiming to punch a hole through this side. We've only got 4 turns to do this in. And we're up against a strong team, and somehow the kick manages to land there, so we don't have to bring it from the backfield, so we just bring our thrower up, put a defense on that ball, go for a blitz, and once again we get some really shoddy rolls, but now we've got the spear tip at the front there. Got a little bit of defense going on, and we'll bring him round our novice catcher to pick up the ball, and we'll bring our tackle to the back just to give us some space at the back here. Decided to re-roll that. You know, we hadn't used one, and we're halfway through the first half. He gets the treeman on the move. And then I think, if I remember correctly, it just kind of creates a little bit of a cage, causes me some issues. I think I go up. Yeah, I do. Giving me a player at the backfield. Has to use another reroll to rush. So now he's lining up his players, make it a bit more difficult to push through. But obviously we've got our extra player there. Another reroll used. So Banjo is now down to 0 rerolls, and he's still got, well, this turn plus 2 more turns to go. But as you can see, it's very much got two lines here, plus an extra on where we've got our player there, and then we're seeing. Can you bring? Yeah, I think he brings both of these sort of round the back here. Not as far as I remember, but so now we are gonna try and punch a little way through. Oh, bad roll. We'll go for defender stumbles. Might as well. Push up once again. We get another 2 block on the War Dancer. And then we just set up our cage. Play it a bit cool at this stage. Just try and get some contact on those weaker players. Knowing that he'll have to defend against a couple of different options. We're not a dwarf team. We can run pretty fast. And the Freeman takes root. And what we just saw there was the catcher tried to dodge out the way. And we had tackle. So he went down and is stunned. So this sort of opens us up because we've got a little alleyway each way. Unfortunately, we've got no one on bases, so we'll only be able to manage the 1 blitz. I think, yeah, we do this one. We get the defender stubbles, pushes him over there. But then we make this little channel where we can slip some of our players through, build up once again, and we're going for more players in contact with bases. That was a failed go for it. Great success. And yeah, we just bring him in. Strength 3, so obviously got, he's got the War Dancer stunned there, so he can't stand up, so would have to come in, or can't actually get to our catcher unless it comes in this way, but still having to dodge. Goes for a leap and pulls off a block, which is absolutely insane, but I would lie if I haven't tried something like that in the past. So he managed to get that block, and the ball goes down. So now we're in a bit of a, we're tightly packed in. He's packing more players in. Now we're having to do a bit of clear out. So lots of blocks happen here to try and move players out the way. Get rid of tackle zones, and we actually get our first run of luck, I feel, with these blocks. So that was a defender stumbles with tackle, and we get a seriously hurt on one of the captures. Not the one that I wanted, but definitely helps reduce the players. Now at this stage I've moved a lot of the players at the front here. We do have some here, but we're not in a great position. We've still got these players here, these three, well mainly these two are, or at least this one is impacting this, but we can't get a good block on this one. Be one dice, which is not what we want. So I made the decision to dodge, pick up. We still, no, we didn't have a reroll. Then we just throw the ball, and I'm like, that's it, I've had enough. We're not taking any more risks, and we get that player into the end zone. And now we're into the second half. So 1-1 at the turn. We are receiving. So once again, we set up. We get changing weather, which I believe brings us back to perfect conditions. So now we've set up our team with a strong attack down the right. We go straight for the blitz. Let's get this so you guys can see, and I can see what skills I've got. And we go for that sneaky git. Unfortunately, we don't get any success. And we go pick up the ball and bring it in. Go for a throw. And now we're just going to form a little cage. We've got all second half to sort of do this. So I think I probably should have dodged out here. That was a bad move. But once again, the treatment takes root. Juggernaut there helps the War Dancer take down Lyman. Gets 2 stunned, so that's probably what a good reason for in the future dodging them away. Now what happened there? Okay, so you got defender stubbles, we have dodge, and we use sidestep. Great little combo there, dodge, sidestep. Really helps with managing things. And then Banjo starts, I think he sets up another 2 here as well, so we see something similar. Oh no, he couldn't get another player in. So we start seeing something similar from the end of this first half. Again, bad dice roll. No luck, but then we bring our player back round. Get our 2 block on his thrower. Stunned. And then we just reform the cage. 3 strong along the front, 2 at the back. We still have our 2 players down. And we go for a block. Well, actually no, I don't think we had a choice. It was a 1 dice. And Banjo decided to go for a wrestle. I'm guessing probably to mitigate any potential risk of damage. And we go for a level 1 dice, taking the risks at this stage, and just gets him off base. So not ideal. Three players down of 9. But all of our players are built on this cage. And you can just see Banjo is going to start pushing our players in, really causing us problems. Have a stunned, jeez. Yeah, now he sets up his defensive trap. And another foul. And gets caught on the armor, on the casualty roll, and somehow succeeds in bribing the ref. Somehow. Now we've got some player. We've got our blitzer. No, thrower. Here's the thrower. The blitzer's here. The thrower is trapped, pinned against the sideline there. That's not ideal. Trying to push back some of Banjo's players. Have to go for a push. I don't know why I followed up. That was really dumb idea. Had to dodge away, but we got our thrower out, which is good. And we're just trying to protect our ball carrier. We'll send our player around for assistance. Then this dodge away fails. Yeah, can't believe that. Dodge away fails. It was one of those ones. Do I just stand him up? Do I keep 3 players on base with this dirty sneaky git guy? Or do I dodge away? I think I was trying to bring him back here. We use the apothecary. And he gets a serious injury. So +1 to all casualty rolls in the future. So now Banjo's got a good chance to manage this. He gets base contact there. The other player in with tackle. And he starts setting up the defensive line, causing me some problems. Another foul. Dirty git. And then we get another double push. Unbelievable, Jeff. I'm not actually sure what I was thinking there. That was a really bad play. But finally, we get a block on the dirty git. Now we get the War Dancer over to the sideline. Create our cage once more, and we go for a 1 dicer from our catcher here on this player. Get the push, and we have finally removed one of Banjo's players from the field. And Banjo's just double downing. Gets a block on our catcher, who doesn't have dodge, who then goes down, and the ball scatters out. And then he sends his catcher in, this absolute monster of a player, straight in, picks up the ball, dodges out, no problem whatsoever. He starts forming the cage once again. Is this me? No, it's not. Ah, 2 dice on the player we tried to sneak round the back. Okay, so now we're in a real bit of a problem. We've got most of our players over here, all trapped behind the line. He's placed a player down here. Give us problems this way. Luckily, we've got base contact here. Get the War Dancer onto the sideline, and we manage to remove him from the game as well, but no injury. Another push. Pushes were the name of the game at this stage. We get a block. And now we've opened up a channel this way. We stand up to get tackle zone there, and one dice. Push. Risk it for a biscuit and get an attacker down. Oh dear, should never have re-rolled that. Never in a million years. Now we've got players completely out of position over here. And well, Banjo could have just run down here. Goes for a block. Both down. War Dancer's got block. 2 dice on our only player on the left side of the field. Gets him down. Now he's got enough players. Great. Bit of a cage. And well, we are in dire straits at this point, but hope should never be given up on. Fail to go for it. Oh dear. Not sure what Banjo was trying to achieve by the go for it. Like, didn't really, from my perspective, didn't seem to make much difference. But now we recover. We try and get as many players back behind the ball as we can at this stage. Get some players in contact. Get one of the sort of only blocks we can do, which is a both down, and he wrestles. Yeah, attacker down or both down, which really sucked. Any other dice really than those two. And then we just get a player in contact with the capture there. So now the War Dancer, what does he do? He dodges away, but I have tackle, so he has to use a reroll to blitz this player. Gets him down, stunned, so that's good. And then he brings the capture back behind the line. I know he's a fast capture, but at this stage we're 3 turns, or 3 turns from the start of this one. Could have easily sort of migrated down either side with enough players to create a cage. I'm thinking at this stage, maybe should start moving down. Goes for a dodge away here, which I'm not sure that effect, but now we've got a chance to regroup a little bit and try and work out what Banjo is going to do moving forward. My plan, get players back, get players into position where they can do the most, or cause the most problems, potentially. We've got both our sidestep players here. We get a player base on base contact with sidestep and another sidestep there. And now we're just shoring up the defense. Though, to be fair, could have waltzed quite easily down through here with most of them. That War Dancer busy on the blitzes, gets a pow with a sidestep. Now Banjo regroups the cage over here. But we do have 2 players on base there. A lot of dodging going on. So now I'm just covering players with what I do have still on the pitch. Managed to have to re-roll that, which was frustrating. Then we get our two dice on that player. and a knockout. And then we just regroup here. So we've got a few tackle zones around. Can't move that player very far, so we just move him back. And we're creating as much of a pain line as possible here. So we've effectively like cut the pitch across here. Other than this player, he could cause problems. And this is where I thought I made probably the biggest mistake. I should have blitzed from here, or I should have just stayed in contact. I shouldn't have blitzed here, because what we see is this catcher has sidestep and is able to sidestep here, which then puts him one more block towards here. Fortunately, still got to go for it, whereas before here, he didn't have to. He couldn't reach it without getting a push. So that's why I think I should have either just left him there, so he'd have to move this player first, come down, or get a push somehow. So last turn for Banjo. Fails on the blitz here. Needed that. So right here, the catcher is trying to dodge. I think he was trying to remove this player to here, so the catcher could dodge here. Less tackle zones to go through, and unfortunately he's trying to dodge. There's like 6 dodges plus 3 goes for it, and on this area here we have tackle. Don't think we have tackle here, which is probably why. And he goes down. Luckily no injury for Banjo. Turnover. We end the game 1-1, and I think it was a very close match, considering we had 3 injured players for most of the game. We did have 2 knocked out. They recovered, and then we got another one in there. And Banjo managed to keep most of their players on the field for the most part. I have to say, this was a very thrilling game, even though at the start I thought this would be an absolute demolition. And well played by Banjo, and look forward to playing once again in the future. So there we go, 1-1 draw. Wasn't too bad. We got a few star player points, which is always handy. I don't think we were able to level up any of our players, but you know, we still did well. 1-1 draw against possibly one of the better coaches in Division 4. We're very happy with how this turned out.